Yes, hello. Chris with Columbus back again. Chris D, we in the building. Just thought I would go over some accessories that I feel are essential for every drone purchase. This is day two of me having my drone. Flew yesterday on an island in Thailand, and today I flew a tad bit, but I had a few things to do, so I didn't get very much footage um, for that particular experience. But on day one, like I said, I was at a beach on an island. There are a few things that I think that were needed for every drone operator, not just those that have a MAVIC Air. As you can see, I paid 20,000 baht for my brand new DJI MAVIC Air. That was about $667 or so, minus a dollar or two. So I paid less than $700 for my DJI MAVIC Air. As you can see, there's an expiration date on that sale, and that's the 30th of this month. I'm not sure why the store that I went to in Pattaya had these discounted prices. I know they're about 900 or something on a DJI store online, and other places there are a lot more than $700, but that is what I paid for my DJI MAVIC Air on yesterday. The first accessory that I feel is needed is a landing pad. I am not flying my drone in the most prestigious locations. I am not at home on a deck, on a porch, on 5 acres flying a drone. With that in mind, I feel that a landing pad is essential. So no matter what terrain you're in, as long as you fly on a semi-flat surface, you'll be able to put that landing pad down and have somewhere for your drone to take off and also return to home. A landing pad is essential for that. On yesterday, I had to use a hard surface, one of those little small picnic tables on one of the Pattaya islands that I visited. So after yesterday's experience, a landing pad is the first thing that I suggest. The second thing that I suggest is landing gear extensions. I feel that I personally and most people should want to minimize the contact between the drone and the ground. So that's going to minimize contact, minimize messing up, touching, scratching, minimize any kind of negative impact on the bottom surface of the drone itself prior to takeoff, or even having the drone set down in any particular side, minimize damage to the antennas, propellers, whatever the case may be. The third thing that I really wish I had yesterday was a monitor hood. I have not flown at night as of yet. I don't really have any high intentions of doing so, not saying that I never will. But a monitor hood is great for daytime aerial drone footage. In the middle of the day, the mornings, when the sun is out, I had a hard time understanding once I lost that line of sight where I was from where the drone was, and most importantly, where the drone was looking. On a beach, on an island, half of it's sand island, half of it's water. So once you lose that line of sight, once you lose visibility of that drone, it is beneficial to understand where you are looking and where you are at. Flying a drone and being unable to see where you are on that screen is basically like flying the drone with just the controller and pressing buttons, not knowing where that drone is. And probably the last thing that I feel is the most important thing that an individual should have is a spare battery. These DJI MAVIC Airs aren't meant to be up in the air for 30 minutes or an hour, right? Let's say 15 minutes of footage. What if I want more than 15 minutes of footage, right? What if I want more than 15 minutes of footage, right? And here's what we have to look at. The distance traveled. If you're traveling let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say your Mavic Air gets you 15 minutes of footage, right? Until the battery's dead or the indicator comes on that your battery is low. If you have 14, 15 minutes of flight time to your destination, or doing circles, or trying to see how you get and how far you can go out, you have 14, 15 minutes of return time, that's 30 minutes, right? So it is essential to try to figure out, based on your controllers, right, how far you are going, how much battery you have consumed, and how much battery it's going to take for you to get back. If I know I've used 50% of my battery to my current point, I know it's going to probably take 50% or less to get back where I'm at if I don't use some of those other drone accelerated features or controls on various YouTube channels. So probably the number one thing that I suggest people buy is a spare battery. I went to an island yesterday, like I mentioned before. There was no 112 or 220 adapter or plug on the beach chair or on the beach. So, you know, if you want to get more than the manufacturer's listed if you want to get more than the manufacturer's listed battery amount, I highly suggest, at the bare minimum, please buy a spare MAVIC Air or Pro or whatever drone you have battery. You will thank me later. All right. I'm out.